Hey you guys, what's going on? So I hope you watched the UConn versus Notre Dame game yesterday, which was December 4th, Sunday. That game was hot fire. Notre Dame played UConn like they just wiped them out. They played dirty with UConn yesterday. They did UConn dirty yesterday. They whooped UConn's behind. Notre Dame had 74, UConn had 60. That was the final score. I'm glad Notre Dame beat UConn. That's who I was rooting for, Notre Dame. And actually, when Notre Dame played Maryland a few days ago, they could have won when they played Maryland. But Maryland beat them by 2 points. I think the score was 72-74. It could have been an overtime, when it was Maryland against Notre Dame. But the reason why it wasn't an overtime because Diamond Miller from Maryland, she made her last shot when that buzzer went off, and that's when it became 74-72 because it was a tie. So I did feel bad for Notre Dame when they lost. And then with UConn, I was nervous. It's like, oh goodness, I hope they win because UConn, they were winning games. They haven't even lost games at the time. But now they lost one game, which was against Notre Dame because Notre Dame beat them. And I was nervous. I was like, man, I hope they beat UConn because then this will be another loss. Then they came yesterday playing dirty. Then you have Olivia Miles hitting Nika in the face and Nika holding her nose like she had a bloody nose. It was just a mess. I was like, oh my goodness. Notre Dame was not playing with UConn. Like Notre Dame was playing physical. UConn, they weren't playing physical. They were playing a regular game, but they weren't as physical as Notre Dame. Notre Dame was playing physical. And then you have Azzy Fudd. She scored no points yesterday. No points. Because during the second half, she didn't play because she got her knees banged up. Her knees got hit when Aaliyah Edwards and another member from Notre Dame, everybody was trying to get the ball, trying to get the rebound. And then with all that happening, Aaliyah Edwards fell on the floor, and then she unintentionally hit Azzy's knees. And then Azzy was in pain. She on the side sitting down. You have the assistant coaches and other, workers that work with the UConn team, checking out her knees, making sure she okay. So she ended up playing the second half. That wasn't really a help for UConn. But if she was in the game during the second half, I think Notre Dame would have won. Man, it was just that game, that game was hot fire. And like Olivia Miles, that girl's going to go to the WNBA for sure. If she declared for next year to go to the WNBA, I'm sure she would get drafted. But, with the WNBA and their rules, they're not going to draft the girls until they finish maybe after their fourth year of college. Because I believe they are I did mention that they're drafting them at 22, but I think after their fourth year of college, they would, let them play in the WNBA, even if they're 21 years old. Man, Olivia Miles, I'm a fan already, because she's a great point guard, one of the greatest point guards in the nation. And I'm looking forward to more games. That was basically Notre Dame played dirty. And like when you see teams like that, it could be entertaining, watching them play like that, because it's like a lot of drama that go on the court. But I want to see Notre Dame play Stanford. I'm looking forward to that game. I don't know when, I have to check the schedule, but I do want to see a Notre Dame and Stanford game. And I want to see a Notre Dame versus South Carolina. I know that's, I'm laughing because we know how Don Staley can get when she see her team not playing right. We know she gets mad and she start cussing and doing all this other stuff on the court. So I want to see Notre Dame play mainly South Carolina. I'd rather see Notre Dame play South Carolina than Notre Dame play Stanford. Because, with Notre Dame and South Carolina, I know it's going to be some mess. In the way Notre Dame played UConn, I hope they play the same way with South Carolina. I really want to see that game. I hope that game is coming. But I'm looking forward to it. Because yesterday, what I saw with UConn, boy, I just couldn't believe it. But anyway, keep watching basketball. I'll be making more videos soon. On other women's college basketball games. And you have a great night.